30 or 2? 2.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute the minutes for the meeting of April 21st, 2015.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye. Ready?
Financials today include an appropriation transfer from the contingency account for legal services for the Commissioner's Office, transfer from the general fund for fourth quarter state fiscal year 15 funding for Family First Council, and 2015 funding for the Soil and Water Conservation District. Purchase order for Corsa program costs for property, auto, and liability insurance in the amount of $340,218. Purchase orders for Junction Auto Sales for 2015 GMC Sierra 3500 in the amount of $31,525.25, and the 2015 GMC Terrain in the amount of $21,825.50. Those are for replacement vehicles for the Department of Job and Family Services. Travel request for the Department of Emergency Services, the Transit Department, the Treasurer's, and the Commissioner's offices. There's a payment to Labor Management Systems Incorporated for payment number 8 for the County Engineer's new office building project in the amount of $126,638. That's about 75% of the program cost. And a payment to Portage Geauga County Juvenile Detention Center for the second quarter 2015 payment in the amount of $147,793.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye. Thank you.
Department on Aging is going to reactivate 2 of their seasonal employees. These are girls, this is their 3rd year with us, so I guess they're pretty happy with their performance. And this is just our getting permission from you to go ahead and reactivate them. We used to just be able to call them one thing and then call them something else, but the payroll department is requiring us to essentially end someone's employment if they haven't worked for 60 consecutive days. So we're not calling it rehire because they're still in the system. Poor Christy and I had a long conversation with payroll yesterday, at the end of which we said, you don't care what we call it, you just want the paperwork. And they said, yeah. And I said, okay, so this is what we're calling it, a reactivation. These are seasoned girls that are going to be coming back for the summer.
The Department on Aging is requesting the Board reactivate Mackenzie King as full-time temporary seasonal help number 0101 at a rate of $8.75 per hour to be effective May 1st, 2015 through September 30th, 2015 for 21 weeks, maximum 840 hours. The Department on Aging is requesting the Board reactivate Elizabeth Otola as full-time temporary seasonal help number 0101 at a rate of $8.75 per hour to be effective May 1st, 2015 through September 30th, 2015 for 21 weeks, maximum 840 hours.
I'll make those motions. Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm handling the next one. This is simply paperwork for a name change. So there's a payroll.
5 and 6.
5 and 6. Yeah, just a name change for one of the employees in the Department of Community Economic Development.
The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the Board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the updated payroll authorization form. The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the Board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the updated accounting forms authorization form.
Make those motions. Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
Good morning. How is everyone? I'm here representing Montana Summer Youth Employment Program. This is the second one.
Here,
This
I
is
can
the-
pass them down.
I've got names on them to make sure I got.
Oh, you got names on them?
Just so I didn't miss
Oh, you're
anyone.
too organized. Oh, sorry.
Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this is the Tandem Summer Youth Employment Program, second year that we've done this. What we're doing is working with youth between 16 and 24 years of age. Most of them are 16 and 17 years of age. And they're lower income, from lower income families. So we marry our youth with businesses, government, and not-for-profits that we recruit from out the county. Last year, we had about 40 kids in the program. We're hoping to double it to 80. And what this action is asking for is that the commissioners sign one form. It's a co-employer agreement. We'll be signing one form so the departments in the county are able to also employ or be a work site for our youth. And I'm gonna back that up a step. The actual employer is Kalos Resource. They're the actual employer, it's a third party. The reason for that is they're the ones that actually are paying the kids. We pay Kalos, Kalos pays the kids, and we're paying them $9 an hour. It's a third party provider. The nice thing is Kalos is on hook for everything, taxes, every 2-week payroll, including workers' compensation, and along with, my goodness, what else were they doing? Oh, all the reporting at the end of the year and W-2s as well. So, the action is just that the Board of Commissioners allow each of the departments to sign their own agreements with Kalos and Geauga Job and Family Services. Did all that make sense? Skip's looking, or Commissioner Claypool's looking at me with curious eyes.
I have one question.
Certainly.
Well, why do we pay Kalos and then Kalos pay the kids? Why don't we just pay the kids?
The grant stipulates that Geauga Job and Family cannot be the employer. We're not.
But aren't we the employer if we're paying them?
It's like using a temp agency.
Yeah, we're using-
And we don't have to mess around with the paperwork the temp agency has.
Yes.
Is this the same program basically that we had last year?
It's the same program, it's the second year for it.
Same, everything's the same.
Everything is the same except one thing. Last year, we were allowed to employ 14 and 15-year-olds. This year, the grant stipulates 16 and above.
Okay.
So that's the only difference between last year and this year.
And this is a TANF grant?
TANF, temporary assistance to needy families.
And you're asking us to simply approve the grant process?
That, actually, the co-employer agreement, which says that each one of the departments will be signing their own agreement with Geauga Job and Family, and you're allowing that to occur.
I know it was successful last year, and you're
Yeah,
gonna try to
yes.
double the number
Yes, we are.
this year.
I'm hoping, last year was for about 40 kids, and our payroll was just about 120,000. This year, I'm hoping to double it, we're trying, to 80, and my goal is $250,000 payroll. The grant only has, we have about 125,000 on the grant. However, other counties, if they haven't used their money, starts to turn it back over to the state, and then we can request a reissue of the money to us.
So a majority of these kids last year were in the private sector, right? This is not just the jobs
No,
program.
no, correct,
Yeah.
correct. There was quite a few in the private sector and not-for-profit.
So that's a benefit to the private sector.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Gold Key would agree with that.
Okay.
We're good? Thank you, gentlemen. That's my first time, thank you.
I'll have more questions for you, but you can set up an
Please.
appointment, I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay, sure, certainly. Thank you, gentlemen.
The Department of Job and Family Services is requesting the board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the Summer Youth Employment Program 2015 SYEP co-employer agreement with Kalos Resource LLC to allow the departments under the hiring authority of the Geauga County Board of Commissioners to participate in the program for the period May 15, 2015 through September 30th, 2015.
Make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Good morning, folks. Number 8 on this agenda.
Number one in our heart.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Transit Department is just doing their usual report on the Ohio Motor Fuel
The Transit Department is requesting the Board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the Ohio Motor Fuel Tax refund claim for transit buses for the period January 1st, 2015 through March 31st, 2015 in the amount of $2,276.91.
That was from January 1st, 2015 to March 31st, 2015, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I heard something different. Okay. I'd make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Thank
you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Morning, Gary. Did you enjoy your parade experience?
That's the first time we've been there. My daughter was marching in as part of the daisies, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
why we were there for it. Yeah, I think we took home, of course, we should get a shopping bag full of candy. Exactly what my daughters need is more candy.
After having pancakes with syrup on them.
Yeah, we didn't make it up that early, but. Okay, the first item here is Eric Peck is one of our route operators, and he's obtained his operator Class 2 license from the EPA, so we're promoting him to the Operator 2 position.
The Department of Water Resources is requesting the Board approve the promotion of Eric Peck to the position of wastewater plant operator 2, number 2313, to be effective April 26, 2015, at a rate of $20.85 per hour with a 180-day probationary period.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
And the next item is a follow-up on the resolution that you passed last week, the culvert replacement for ODOT on 306, just north of Beacon Hill in Bainbridge Township. Part of that project is they have to relocate our force main, and there's the agreement to be within the ODOT right away whenever they have to amend or move our sewers or anything with regards to one of their projects. We're responsible for the ultimate cost of relocating. This is the contract between the county and ODOT saying that we will reimburse them for that money when it's incurred.
There's extra lines on the contract. ODOT did the contract and we were not allowed to make any changes to it. So there's.
So you'll be
extra-
calling me later
There's a
telling me I
president
missed
and
some
then there's like
spots.
3 county commissioner lines. I don't know what they were.
Come back up and sign it in a couple other locations, huh?
The Department of Water Resources is requesting the Board approve and execute the contract with the State of Ohio Department of Transportation, ODOT, for the relocation of county sanitary force main as part of the state improvement to replace a culvert located under Chillicothe Road, State Route 306, just north of Beacon Hill Drive in Bainbridge Township, in the amount of $40,860.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye. So are you guys doing the bridge on 44 down by, just south of Bainbridge or Auburn? Yeah, there's a bridge being replaced over the Ladue. There's a little finger lake that goes over there. And there, I saw a big, looked like 1.5 by 1.5 or 2 foot by 2 foot wooden beams stacked up on the side. I came through there yesterday.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't have anything to do with the new bridge project.
Is that an ODOT thing?
I would guess that's either ODOT or the county engineer.
Where was this?
Oh, yeah, what am I thinking?
Or that would be state.
Where was it? You saw it on 44?
That was on 44.
If it's 44, then it would
Yeah,
be
the
ODOT.
Is that road passable?
Yes, they gotta stop.
I mean, that's how we're getting to Portage today, is right down 44.
Yeah, they just stop like
I need to know if I'm gonna leave early.
They stack you up there or
You
something.
go down Auburn and bypass.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's,
Right there.
When they put that grocery store in over there at, in Bainbridge at New Myers, where does that connect to? Does that connect to the city water, or is that something that we'll have to do?
Is that going in the Market Square area there? or-
Like where Geauga Lake is?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
little south of the market.
that would be, that sewer and water area of the county is actually operated and maintained by the city of Aurora. There's an agreement that was put together probably 20 years ago or so, well before my time, but,
Now, is that city water then and sewer, or is it?
they would have the city water and the.
So it'll have no impact as far as for us I mean, it's, like, as far as an infrastructure issue, there's nothing there that we would have to put any additional funds in.
No, that would all be, anything there would either be City of Aurora or the developer doing the work would be putting in the funds for extending sewer line or water.
That's a great thing, because at that point, you know, the cost on our behalf is virtually nothing happening to that business there.
Yeah, the City of Aurora bills them for their sewer and water directly, and we have the agreement is that they maintain that little corner that's defined by the county line, and then, what is that, 43?
Yeah.
43,
It runs
yeah.
diagonally
Mhm.
across there.
Yeah, because I was curious because somebody had said that there's gonna be the grocery store, and then down the road looking at maybe doing some housing developments and stuff too there. Would that fall under that water thing too, or?
That would be all in that area also.
Wow, nice.
So,
That's
We would have, yeah, they would have, under the agreement, they still have to submit plans to us if they're extending sewer and water.
I see.
And get our sign off on, we don't have any issue with it, which, you know, under the agreement, we really don't, but it's protecting us that make sure that if for some reason someday, years down the road, Aurora decided they didn't wanna operate and maintain that anymore, and we took it over, it would be up to our standards also.
I see.
But our standards are pretty close to Aurora, so there's no real major issue with that.
Okay, thanks.
Great day.
Yep, you too, Jerry. Bye-bye now.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute resolution number 15-055 honoring True Line Industries Incorporated on being the Legacy Award winner for 2015 by the Community Improvement Corporation, CIC. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute resolution number 15-056 honoring Cleveland Art for being named an outstanding Geauga County company for 2015 by the Community Improvement Corporation, CIC. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute resolution number 15-057 honoring NMS Incorporated for being named an outstanding Geauga County company for 2015 by the Community Improvement Corporation, CIC. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute resolution number 15-058 honoring MVP Plastics Incorporated for being named an outstanding Geauga County company for 2015 by the Community Improvement Corporation, CIC.
I'll make those motions.
Second?
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
Aye.
Now, Dave, in that area there, how many of those buildings do we get? It's like, is the Walmart and the Dick's and the Flower Fa- or the Michael's, are those all in
I'm not sure if those are Aurora, or those may actually go to Solon.
Solon?
I think they may go to Solon, but over by the old Geauga Lake, that was all going to Aurora. So I think that's how it splits, but I'm not entirely
But I
sure.
mean, so the tax revenue, sales tax revenue, where does that?
Oh, that goes to Geauga County. Yeah, that's within Geauga County.
If it's within the line.
Yeah.
So it's all of those stores are?
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board appoint David Blair as designee for Ralph Spitaleri for Ohio Sunshine Law Training.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Commissioner Claypool?
I did deliver this to Rotary yesterday.
Okay.
The last one, from last week.
So we've got some upcoming meetings, the 28th, the Portage, or that's this afternoon, we're going to Portage Geauga Juvenile Detention Center, 2 o'clock. The CIC is meeting on the 30th for the annual Salute to Business and Industry. On the 5th, the Commissioners are going to hold a regular session. On the 8th, NOACA Finance, Governance, and Executive Committee. On the 12th, the Commissioners are going to hold regular session at 9. The 12th, the Planning Commission is going to meet at 7 o'clock. On the 13th, the NOCCOG meeting at 1:30 in Portage County. And then the Family First Council on the 18th. Commissioners are going to hold regular session on the 19th.
Left something off on 5:10. No, if you didn't leave it off. Christie left it off. It's on 5:10 NOACA. All on NOACA meetings are on the 10th. I think so.
I have
On the
8th.
8th. Friday the 8th.
The 10th
Maybe
is
5:10,
Sunday.
could 5:10 be Sunday?
It is, it's Mother's
Oh,
Day.
I was gonna put NOACA that day.
Yeah, we left off
I'm
Mother's
like-
Day.
There's a
so-
NOACA meeting for Mother's Day.
Never mind, that was my fault. I looked at for the date, I'm thinking, we left that off.
Did you want to ask a question about Memorial Day week?
The week of Memorial Day, we have a meeting on Tuesday, and then we have a meeting, the evening meeting that week on Thursday, and I didn't know what your plans were, if you were looking at wanting to hold both of those, or if you wanted to cancel the one after Memorial Day. Thoughts? I'm good with either of them.
Don't have to make a decision today, just bring it up.
Okay, yeah, we got a little time, I think we can think through that. While I'm sitting here, to the other commissioners, I'm planning on making a public information request. I'd like to do it in the name of the board for some information relating to our lobbying activities. And I've asked the prosecutor's office to submit that for me. They said with board approval, they would be willing to do that. So I'm just asking you ahead of time if it would be okay with you. If so, I'll put a resolution together and we'll submit a request to NOACA for some public information. They're not responding to a public information request to me personally.
Who's the request of?
The request is to NOACA for all emails relating to, or communications between Pat Holtz, who's the liaison between NOACA, and McDonald Hopkins, who's the lobbying organization that they've engaged for $30,000 for a 5-month period, and all emails from Grace Galucci to the same lobbying firm. What I'm trying to discover is what they're actually telling the lobbying firm, because they're not being I don't believe that they're being forthright in terms of what they're telling us, the board. And so I've asked for that information, those emails. They refused to give them to me. And so I thought maybe on the letterhead of our prosecutor, they might be more
How
forthright.
do they legally refuse to disclose a public record to any individual?
I cannot respond to that. All I can tell you is what I requested and what they responded with. So I thought we would make the request to our prosecutor and maybe they would pay more attention. And if you guys are okay with that, then.
What are your, I mean, we're gonna have to pass, it's gonna have to.
It just comes from the board, right?
Yeah, we'll have to pass something to vote on it.
Or you give, the board gives me approval to make the request, so I'm just bringing it up to you, and it's up to you guys whether you agree with that or not, so.
I mean, I thought we had to have a resolution to pass. I mean, I have no problem with you doing that. But there might be somebody further up, maybe they wanna see something in writing out there, I don't know.
The prosecutors?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they, and I said, I would put together a resolution or.
Yeah, that's what you,
whatever
and
it is.
but we're not gonna get a
So.
chance to vote on that until.
Not right now. No.
Tuesday.
I'll bring it Tuesday, right. I'm just
Alright.
bringing it up ahead of time for you guys to think about it, and as long as I wasn't gonna have any issues with it.
I didn't know if you wanted to just verbally say something right now, or write out something longhand.
No,
I don't know
I'll
how
bring it
involved
Tuesday.
it has to be.
I'll bring it to you Tuesday, I'll give the prosecutor's office a heads up that it's coming, and then we can make the request and move on.
Okay.
I've also talked to Dave Joyce's office. I was planning on, right now I'm weighing exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm planning on going to Washington to meet with Dave Joyce's office and Jim Renacci to talk about the transportation bill that they're putting through Congress right now, relative to tax increases and other things that our lobbying firm, the NOACA lobbying firm, is lobbying for. And so Dino DeSanto and I have made agreements to talk, and he's gonna help to educate me on what's happening on the Congress. So I was planning on going down Thursday, coming back Friday afternoon, from that, so,
This week.
this week. So, that's it, I'll just give you a heads up on that. If you've got any thoughts, you want me to take something out to Dino, let me know. And I'll be the bag man. So, That's it, that's just informational, so. With that said, we can adjourn.
Move to adjourn?